Hey everybody, welcome back to Team Mattymon. As you can see on this side of my face, we have sunlight coming in from the patio door because there is sunlight finally and it's blue skies. It's beautiful here on the island and I'm really excited about being able to kind of just go out and just enjoy myself in the sun. But today we're going to stay inside and we're going to be talking about something that I have been working on for the last couple of years, which is integrity. And this video is not a video as it's not an anecdote for the world and its lack of or its growing integrity. No, we're not going to talk about that today. I wanted to just share with you my journey of integrity. I think it all started back when I went to the band center. Up until the band center, I had finished my master's in 2011 and I was kind of just floating around. I had moved back home and I was doing exactly the same thing that I was doing before I went to my master's. So I was kind of on like this rut and I was like, oh, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? And then I went to the BAM Center and it was an amazing 10-week experience, but it gave me more questions than answers. And I realized that from that experience, I no longer could do what I wanted to do. And it was a combination of many things. It was a realization of the music world. And it was a realization that I had a lot of preconceptions that were wrong on many aspects. And that was really, really nice. But one of the things that was shown to me was the fact that I unfortunately just did not have what it takes to make it to the next step, to really be, out of this world. And it actually wasn't a bad experience. I really relished in noticing and realizing that that was kind of where my skills were going to take me, and I was okay with that. But from that experience, I realized I couldn't really do performances anymore. That wasn't making me happy, and I dropped that. And I realized my body and my health was deteriorating, so I picked up personal training at the end of 2014. And now here we are. I'm on YouTube and stuff. But through that journey, I realized that a portion of the reason why I stopped doing performances was because I lacked integrity in that field. I just was unwilling to put extra time, extra effort, extra anything into it. And I realized that if my integrity for my music meant that I needed to really go hard at it 100% and love it and cherish it and nurture it, unfortunately I didn't love it anymore. I didn't want to spend more time on it and I lost that integrity. And it wasn't a bad thing, right? I just didn't want to spend time doing that anymore because it just didn't make me very happy. But going through that and realizing that, okay, well, now that I don't put all this time and effort into that, I need to find something else. What am I going to do with that lack of integrity that I have? And, unfortunately, for almost 2 years, I just kind of just lounged around, did nothing, let my health go to shit, didn't really care about my students, didn't really care about the gigs that I was doing. I was just kind of lounging around. And then I started doing personal training. And some of you already know the story as to why I did it, so I'm not going to go back into it. But I started realizing that I just needed something new. And I needed something that made me a student again, that I was excited to do, and also was in a situation where I was held accountable. I was told there was a certain level I needed to get before I could do something else, before I could move on to something else, skills-based things. And I loved it. And there was an integrity with kind of like the positioning, your posture, how you did things, the technique that you worked on that you needed to have, or you were going to hurt yourself really badly. And I love that. I loved getting back into that experience of not knowing anything, being a student again, being humble, learning from people who just knew a lot more than I did, especially learning from people who were younger than I was. And that was really, really fun. And I started to realize from that, I started to kind of take that growing kind of new understanding of integrity, and I was starting to place it onto things. I was starting to place it onto my teaching. I was starting to place it onto the food that I would eat. I was starting to place it onto the people that I would interact with, and even the work that I would either say yes to or no to. And I realized that it was beginning to change the way that I saw. And a lot of things that I was okay with before, I was no longer okay with now. And I thought that with this integrity and this kind of like, okay, I have to know exactly how I feel about something. If this is going to be something that was positive in my life or constructive, in order for me to grow, I was willing to say yes or no to things, just kind of very black and white, right? Is this going to make me grow? No, I'm not going to do it. Is this going to, like, give me a new understanding or a new education? Or is it going to better me as a person? No, I'm not going to do it. And that was me for a couple of years. And these past couple of months, there have been things that I've been having in my life that have really challenged my black and white approach to integrity. And I realized that up until now, because I didn't really have to think about it. It wasn't that the choices that I was making up until now were not tough. They were tough, but they were not. They didn't have a lot of consequences attached to those decisions. What I've realized is that my integrity and my need to kind of know kind of where I stand on things is now being challenged again. And it's a good feeling. It's a frustrating feeling, but it's a good feeling because I realized that my black and white nature of yes or no, like good or bad, doesn't work. It doesn't always work because unfortunately humans are not black and white. The ways that we feel, how we interact with things, we're always contrary, right? We're always hypocritical. And I find myself being hypocritical right now, knowing that I should say no and move on from something right now, but understanding that the reason why I don't say no is because I benefit from that. How do I kind of deal with this right now? I've been thinking about it, and I realized that there are more things in life than just integrity. I think integrity is a really, really important thing, but there are also things like money, finances, food, safety, health, relationships. And is it always good for you to be black and white about something? I don't know. I'm not really sure. This instance, it's made me realize that maybe I need to be a little bit more open-minded when it comes to not only working with myself with my integrity, but seeing how my integrity applies to the world in general. And I don't know, in a couple of months, maybe if you ask me again, it might be a little bit different. But right now, I'm kind of going through this thing where maybe there is more gray space in between the black and white that I've been dealing with than I thought there was. And maybe I need to find peace with that and understand that I can't just do a yes or a no. I can't just be a good or bad. Sometimes it's just right in between, and sometimes the status quo is actually going to help the world in a better way than for me to be super, super, super anal about one or the other. Yeah. So I don't know if any of you guys are kind of dealing with this right now, where your morals, your values, or your integrity is being challenged in a way where you're confused because on the one hand you want to do this, but on the other hand you want to do that, and just kind of don't know where you stand on certain things. My suggestion and my opinion on this is to be at peace with the fact that you don't have all the answers. I don't have all the answers, and I would love to have all the answers. That's why it's so easy to be black and white, because you always know the answers. But right now, you don't. And be at peace with that, because it means that you're still learning. You're human. You're imperfect, and that's beautiful. And do the best that you can. Make the best decisions that you can, knowing that they could end up wrong, or they could end up right, or they might not end up either or. You might never know. But I think as long as you have that peace of mind and you're always continuing to live your life and make decisions with the best of interests, not for yourself, but for everyone around you, you can't please everyone, but at least you know in your heart that you tried your best. Anyways, I don't know if that made any sense, but I just want to kind of have that word vomit and just throw it out there. I hope some of you guys listen to this and feel encouraged by it. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for letting me ramble. I'm going to go drink my coffee, and I'm going to go find a friend so we can go for a walk, because this is a beautiful day and I don't want to be inside right now. You guys have a great day. I'll see you guys later.